Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Zone. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. In this channel, we practice English slowly and naturally. You will listen, relax, and learn at the same time. I will speak clearly, repeat some words, and help you understand through simple stories. Today's story is called Cleaning the House. It's about an ordinary day, a quiet morning, and the small joy of making things clean and fresh. We all have those days when our home feels a little messy, right? Today, we will clean together, room by room, and enjoy the feeling of peace that comes afterward. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you for listening. If you enjoy these stories, please give this video a like. If you want to keep practicing English with me, please subscribe to English Zone. And if you have something to share, maybe how you clean your own house, please write a comment. I love reading your stories. They really make me smile. Now, let's begin. It's a sunny morning. The light comes through the window, soft and warm. I open my eyes slowly and stretch my arms. The room feels quiet, but when I look around, I see something. A few books on the floor, some clothes on a chair, and dust on the table. I smile a little and say to myself, today is a good day to clean. I get out of bed and open the curtains wide. Fresh air comes in. I can hear birds singing outside. The house feels alive again. I walk to the living room and take a look around. There are cups on the table, crumbs on the couch, and shoes near the door. It's not very dirty, but it's not clean either. I take a deep breath. Cleaning might take time, but I know I'll feel better afterward. I tie my hair back, roll up my sleeves, and smile. Let's make this place shine, I say softly. The sun is shining. The air feels light, and I am ready. Today, I will clean my house, slowly, carefully, and happily. I walk to the kitchen and pour myself a glass of water. The morning is quiet. I take a few sips and smile. Today feels like a fresh start. I can already imagine how nice the house will look when it's clean. First, I need to get ready. Cleaning is easier when everything is prepared. I go to the small storage room and take out what I need: a broom, a mop, a bucket, some cloths, and a bottle of cleaning spray. I place everything in the living room. The sound of the tools clinking together makes me feel ready to begin. Before I start, I open all the windows. The cool air comes inside, and the sunlight makes the rooms brighter. The curtains move gently in the wind. The house starts to feel alive again. I take another deep breath and stretch my arms. Then I decide to put on some music. Cleaning is more fun with a song. I choose something soft and happy, not too fast, just a gentle rhythm. The music fills the air. I tap my foot on the floor and start to smile. All right, I whispered to myself, let's do this. I begin by picking things up from the floor. A few books, some papers, a pair of socks, they all go into the right places. I fold the blanket on the couch and arrange the pillows neatly. Each small action makes the room look better. I can already see the difference. Next, I gather all the dirty laundry and put it in a basket. I carry it to the washing machine and start a load. The sound of the machine turning and the smell of soap fill the room. It's a small but satisfying sound, the sound of progress. When I come back to the living room, I take a look around again. There's still a lot to do, but it doesn't feel heavy. It feels like a good challenge. I take a sip of water, roll up my sleeves a little higher, and smile. Everything is ready. The tools, the music, and my mood. The house is waiting for me, and I'm ready to make it clean and bright again. I start with the living room because it's the first place people see when they come into the house. It's also where I spend most of my time, reading, watching TV, or relaxing with a cup of tea. Right now, it looks a little messy, but I know it won't take long to make it shine. I begin by dusting the shelves. I take a soft cloth and gently wipe each one. The dust floats in the air like tiny clouds before disappearing into the sunlight. I move slowly, enjoying the rhythm of cleaning. It feels almost like meditation, one small movement at a time, calm and steady. Next, I take all the books off the shelves and place them neatly back in order. Some are small, some are big, but each one feels familiar. As I work, the smell of paper and dust fills the air. I smile a little. Even cleaning has its own kind of peace. Then I move to the table. There are a few cups and a plate from yesterday. I carry them to the kitchen sink, rinse them quickly, and return to the living room. I spray a little cleaner on the table and wipe it in circles. The wood starts to shine again. I run my fingers across the surface, smooth, clean, and bright. After that, I take the broom and start sweeping the floor. The sound of the broom brushing against the tiles is soft and steady. I gather the dust and crumbs into one small pile. It feels good to see the floor becoming clear again. I empty the dustpan into the trash and smile. The last thing to do is the sofa. I shake the pillows and hit them lightly to make them soft again. A small puff of dust flies up, and I laugh. Then I arrange them nicely, one by one. I fold the blanket on the arm of the sofa and step back to look at the room. Everything looks fresh. The sunlight touches the clean floor and shines on the table. The air feels lighter now. I take a deep breath and smell the faint scent of the cleaner, lemon and soap. It smells like home. I turn off the music for a moment and listen. The room is quiet, peaceful, and new again. My living room is clean, and my heart feels calm. After finishing the living room, I walk into the kitchen. The moment I step inside, I know this room will take some time. There are dishes in the sink, crumbs on the counter, and a few water spots on the floor. But that's okay. The kitchen is the heart of the home, and I want it to shine. I start by washing the dishes. I roll up my sleeves and turn on the water. The sound of the water running is calm and steady. I add a little soap and watch the bubbles form. They sparkle in the light like tiny rainbows. I wash each plate, one by one, rinse, dry, and place it neatly on the rack. Cups, spoons, and bowls follow. Soon, the sink is empty and shining. Next, I clean the counter. I spray the surface and wipe it with a soft cloth. The smell of lemon cleaner fills the room. I move the cloth slowly in small circles. The stains disappear and the counter begins to shine again. Then I open the refrigerator. It's not too messy, but I take out a few old containers and wipe the shelves. Cold air touches my hands. I throw away what's no longer fresh and organize everything neatly. Bottles, vegetables, and fruits all go back to their places. After that, I sweep the floor carefully. The sound of the broom is soft, like a whisper. I gather the dust into one corner and throw it away. Then, I fill a bucket with warm water and soap, dip the mop in, and start mopping. The floor becomes clean and shiny. The smell of freshness spreads everywhere. I look around. The table is clean, the sink is empty, and the dishes are all in their place. I can see the reflection of the light on the floor. I smile. The kitchen feels alive again, bright, warm, and peaceful. Before I leave, I open the window a little wider. A cool breeze comes in and mixes with the smell of soap and lemon. I stand there for a moment, breathing deeply. It feels good. The kind of good that comes from small effort and quiet satisfaction. I turn off the light, look back one last time, and whisper, "Perfect." The next room on my list is the bedroom. It's my favorite place in the house. Warm, quiet, and peaceful. But right now, it looks a little messy. The bed is not made, clothes are on the chair, and there's a thin layer of dust on the table. I smile softly and say to myself, let's make this room beautiful again. I start by opening the window. Fresh air flows in, and the curtains move gently in the wind. The sunlight touches the walls and floor, making everything look brighter. I take a deep breath and feel the air fill my lungs. It smells clean and new already. First, I make the bed. I pull the blanket tight and smooth out all the wrinkles. I shake the pillows and arrange them neatly. The bed looks calm, ready for rest again. I smile. A clean bed always makes the room feel peaceful. Next, I pick up the clothes from the chair. Some go into the laundry basket, and some I fold and put back into the closet. As I work, I feel the rhythm of the small movements. Fold, smooth, place. It feels relaxing. Then I clean the desk. I move a few books, wipe the dust, and arrange everything neatly. I put my favorite pen in the center and a small plant beside it. The green leaves look happy in the sunlight. After that, I sweep the floor slowly, reaching every corner. The sound of the broom brushing across the floor is soft and steady. I gather the dust and throw it away. Then I take a clean cloth and wipe the mirror. My reflection appears clearer and brighter. I laugh quietly and say, "Hello, clean version of me." Finally, I spray a little air freshener, something light and floral. The scent fills the room gently, like spring. I step back and look around. The bed is neat, the desk is tidy, and the air feels cool and fresh. The bedroom is not just clean now, it feels calm, like a small piece of peace in the middle of a busy day. I sit on the edge of the bed for a moment and rest. I can feel the quiet energy of the room. Cleaning isn't only about dust and dirt. It's about creating space to breathe, to think, and to feel good again. The last big room I need to clean is the bathroom. It's small, but very important. A clean bathroom makes the whole house feel fresh. I stand at the door, look inside, and take a deep breath. "All right," I whisper, "let's make it sparkle." I put on a pair of gloves. They feel tight and a little cool against my hands. I gather what I need: a sponge, a brush, and a bottle of cleaner. The smell is strong, but it means clean, so I don't mind. I start with the sink. I turn on the water and watch it run clear and bright. I add some cleaner and use the sponge to scrub in small circles. The foam turns white and soft. Slowly, the stains disappear. The water splashes lightly on my hands. I rinse the sink and watch it shine again. Next, I clean the mirror. I spray a little cleaner on the glass and wipe it with a dry cloth. The reflection becomes clear, and I can see my smiling face again. It feels nice, like seeing a cleaner version of myself, too. After that, I move to the toilet. It's not my favorite part, but it needs to be done. I use the brush, scrub carefully, and make sure everything looks new again. When I finish, I flush the water, and the sound feels like a fresh start. Then I wash the floor. I pour warm water into a bucket, add some soap, and start scrubbing with the brush. The smell of soap fills the air, clean, fresh, and a little bit like lemons. The floor becomes shiny and smooth. I can see small drops of water sparkling in the light. I step back and look around. The sink shines, the mirror sparkles, and the air smells clean. I take off my gloves and wash my hands. The cool water feels good. I dry my hands and smile. The bathroom looks brand new. Before I leave, I hang a new towel on the rack and place a small candle on the counter. I light it just for a moment. The soft flame dances and the scent fills the air. It feels peaceful. Cleaning the bathroom may be tiring, but now it feels like a calm little space, bright, fresh, and full of quiet energy. After cleaning the bathroom, I walk back to the living room. My body feels a little tired, but my mind feels light and calm. The smell of soap and fresh air fills the house. Everything is quiet. I look around and smile. It's time to take a small break. I go to the kitchen and pour myself a glass of cold water. I drink slowly, enjoying the cool feeling. Then, I sit on the sofa, the clean, soft sofa I just brushed earlier. I close my eyes for a moment. The sunlight touches my face. The music from before is still playing softly in the background. Everything feels peaceful. I take a deep breath. The house feels different now. Open, fresh, and full of space. It's amazing how a clean home can change your mood. I stretch my arms and say quietly, "Good job." I laugh a little to myself. It feels nice to be proud of something so simple. After resting for a few minutes, I decide to finish the last small details. I walk around with a dry cloth and gently wipe the windows. The glass is clear and shiny. The sunlight passes through, making the whole room glow. Then, I watered the plants near the window. The green leaves look happy as the water touches them. A few drops fall on my hands. The air smells like nature, fresh, calm, and clean. I check every room again: the bedroom, the kitchen, the bathroom. Everything is in its place. The bed is neat, the counters are bright, and the floors look beautiful. I open the windows wider and let the air move through the house. The breeze feels soft and light. It carries away the last bit of dust and fills the house with life. I sit down once more, this time with a cup of tea. I sip slowly and look around. The house looks like new, but it also feels more alive, full of warmth, calm, and quiet energy. Cleaning is not just work, it's a kind of care for the house, for the mind, and for the heart. The house is quiet now. The sunlight is softer, and the day is slowly turning into evening. I walk from room to room one last time, just to look. Every corner feels calm and beautiful. The living room is tidy, the kitchen shines, the bedroom smells fresh, and the bathroom looks new. Everything feels peaceful. I stand in the middle of the house and take a deep breath. The air is light and clean. It smells like lemon, soap, and a little bit of flowers. The sound of the wind coming through the window is soft, like a whisper. I smile to myself. "It's finished," I say quietly. Cleaning took time, but it also gave me something special, a quiet joy. Each small action, like wiping a table or folding a blanket, made me feel more connected to my home. It's not just about removing dust, it's about creating space for peace. I sit on the sofa again and take a sip of warm tea. I look around slowly. The room looks open and full of light. I feel calm inside. My body is a little tired, but my heart feels full. I can hear birds outside and the soft sound of leaves moving in the wind. Sometimes life feels busy and heavy, but when I clean, my mind becomes quiet. I stop thinking about problems and focus only on the small things. The movement of my hands, the rhythm of the broom, the shine of clean glass. It's like meditation. It helps me feel present. As the sky outside turns orange and pink, I turn off the music and close the windows. The house feels complete now, clean, warm, and alive. I whisper softly, "Thank you." I thank my home for keeping me safe, and I thank myself for taking care of it. Now it's time to rest. The day is almost over, and I feel peaceful. I know tomorrow will bring new things, but tonight everything feels perfect. Thank you for listening to this slow English story. I hope it helped you relax, learn, and feel good. If you liked this story, please give it a like. If you want more, please subscribe to English Zone. And if you'd like, tell me in the comments, what part of your house do you like cleaning the most? This is English Zone, and this was Cleaning the House. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time, and have a beautiful day.